Computer. Oh, nice. Sweet. Okay, so it's being recorded. We had a few more minutes. A lot of people emailed me, so I'm assuming we will have people. Hey, Craig.
Hi, guys.
There's Mark.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yep.
I
Okay.
can
Kind of see your elbow though.
Oh, okay. Let me see if I can adjust this.
All right.
Sorry. Sure.
You all see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, can see it, John or Sean. This is KA3AGT.
Hey, John.
Hey, your link worked perfectly tonight. Thank you very much. Um,
Yeah. Yeah, there's a
yeah,
copy
perfect.
paste error.
Yeah, no problem. Hey, I just had a real major wind gust right down here in southeast Vienna. About almost 35, 40 mile an hour gust. So I might be in and out here, but in any case, I'm here. So just got
Perfect.
the antennas unplugged, and we'll see how long the power holds out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good point.
it's
Let me
blowing
just
real hard here in Falls Church right now.
Oh, is that Eugene?
Yep.
I just
Yeah,
had
same here. This is Rob out by Dulles Airport. I think I saw a 747 just go tumbling by out here. Sorry, that was a joke.
I, I'm laughing because I remember this from our Monday meetings.
Yeah, sorry. I'm the bad joke cracker.
No, it's all right. And I'm considering camping out with you on at least Saturday night for field day. So
Oh, you may regret that.
Hey, speaking of that, Sean, I went ahead and put my name in the hat for Saturday night at 7 o'clock for phone.
awesome.
Yeah, I attended your first session here on how to do field day. I thought, well, I've never done one, never been in a tent, so there's always time for a first. So I figured I'll tune into your to part two tonight and put my name down. So I'll be there at 7 o'clock.
Awesome. Yeah, this should be a lot the same as what you saw last time, but with more people, so hopefully some questions and stuff like that. But
Okay.
yeah. How many? Oh, I'm gonna get started at 8:05. It's like, okay.
Thanks for taking away the passcode, Sean. Appreciate that.
Yeah, what there was a copy paste error when I gave the link to somebody else to go give to somebody else to put on the website. And then when it came back to me, I was like, oh, I'm going to go copy that link that came from that email and send it around to everybody so they all have it. So, like, if you put them together, it took me several minutes of staring, comparing to see that like a one got changed for an L, and I have no idea how that happened. But yeah, there was no password. It was, yeah. Anyway, so I'm
That's
just
all
glad
right.
it worked.
Not a problem. I'm here now, and
Yeah.
those things happen.
Yeah.
Copy pasta. We used to call those when we were being less charitable an ID10T error.
Yeah. Pepcac, problem exists between keyboard and chair.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. All right. This is, let's just, okay, I'm not going to make this full screen. Okay, this is How to Do Field Day, the sideband edition. I'm Sean, N3RTW. I'm the radio lead this year for VWS Field Day. I'm helped out by great people like Gene, who's doing the go to tent. Victor, I don't know if you know W2GSP, he's taking care of the digital tent. And Abby and Mike Stenner, I can't remember their call signs, but last year they did a great job of helping newbies in the sideband tent. So we'll get to the whole thing about tents in a moment. Quick agenda for what we're going to do today is basically we're going to talk about how this whole field day thing works and how you participate. We're going to look at the logger, how you actually log the contacts, which for some reason is what a lot of people gives people a lot of heartburn. And we'll talk about how to sign up. And I really encourage questions and comments from people as we go. So the kind of the overlying thing I like to say about this is we're not here to win. We're just here to have fun. So if you want to go make 120 an hour in a tent, good on you. If this is your first time and you make 2 in an hour, I'm still just as happy for you because we're not trying to win. It's not a contest. We'll get to that later. So really, whatever field day means to you, I'm here to support that. I'm going to make my first pitch for you to sign up at viawireless.club because apparently our website changed. Vienna Wireless.club. So if you go to our website, shiny new, this is field day from I don't know how long ago. And if you look at the field day post, you're going to see a sign up genius. And that sign up genius lets you just help us with the operations and set up and tear down a field day. A lot of stuff is full. We can always, we can use somebody to go help Lou pick stuff up at the storage site. Always use people on Friday afternoon to help us put that tent up. It looks like we're almost good for food. But people to help tear down. We need some people to manage the generators. If you've got a cooler to bring, sign up. There's a few things here. I just would, if you're going to come to field day, see if there's a way you can also give us a hand making it a success. And then second, I just wanted to bring up because this seems to come up every year, just a little note on bystander etiquette. This is a little learning activity. It's also a very social activity, but if you have any questions as you're operating or at any time, just ask. Anybody standing around, somebody will help you. We encourage people to watch the people operating, but if you're going to talk, those tents aren't very big. Please take the conversation outside. And I'm trying to be as delicate with this one as possible. Just remember that unsolicited advice is unsolicited, and not everybody takes it the same way. So if you're not operating, then go to the mess tent and discuss it with somebody. You can just let the operators operate. Don't touch the gear. Don't tell them what to do unless it's a real big, I don't know, but you should just let the operators operate, and then we won't have these problems. This is like the running joke in amateur radio. Is it a contest? Is it not a contest? You've got people that say it has rules, it has points, it has published results in a magazine. It is therefore a contest, and we're going to win it. Whatever you think, if we treat it as a contest, it tells us how we operate, even if we don't care about the results. Contests have sets of rules of kind of norms, and if you stick by them, you'll do not do very well. If you stick by the way contest works, you'll know what to do because even though it is not a contest, the on-air aspect is basically run as a contest. So with any contest, the goal is to score points by making QSOs with other people operating in field day. So you make a contact with another field day station, both of you get points. Each QSO requires an exchange of information, not just call signs. The number of transmitters, the classification, it's a letter A through F. You don't have to care what those mean because nobody knows them all anyway. And then the ARL section you're in. And about half the time that is your state, about another half the time it is a state will have multiple sections. So we'll maybe talk about that a bit later, but and then so we are going to be 3 Alpha Victor Alpha, which means we have 3 transmitters. Gene's go to station doesn't count in that number. It's just the 3/10 we have. We're going to have three radios, 3 transmitters on the air. We're an alpha, which means we're a club station out in a field somewhere. And Victor Alpha, of course, is Virginia. If it matters to you, phone contacts are worth 2 points, CW and digital are worth 4. That's just the way the scoring works. Any questions so far? Oh, hey, Charlie. Okay. Our 3 alpha station. So our 3.
Quick question, Sean. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, Sean. I was reading somewhere, maybe it was in QST magazine or something, about the power source. Like you get different points or something based on your power source. Are we mains power? I mean, I'm assuming in the park we're not mains power, but we're emergency power.
We're generator, which I think is emergency. If we find somebody with solar power and batteries, we'll probably run one of the tents for an hour off it and get an extra 100 points for renewable power or something. But yeah, we're going to be on generators.
Okay, thank you.
Our 3 alpha station, K4XY. You may recognize these call signs or the club call signs. Our go to station is K4HTA. Just by coincidence, Burke Lake Park is also on the Virginia Bird and Wildlife Trail. So if you're into POTA, that's US 9935. We will submit our logs from all the stations to POTA. So if when you come to your shift, and I'm just going to show you this, this is N1MM, there will be a sign telling you what to do. If you just hit Control O and put your call sign in, all the contacts you make during that session will be tagged with you. So we're not using your call sign, but we'll know that, say, Larry made 50 contacts, and when we upload them to POTA, Larry will actually get those 50 contacts. So K4XY will get all however many we make, but Larry will also get credit for a POTA activation. So it's kind of an easy way of getting some POTA credits and just a little bit more fun. And again, there will be a sign explaining how to do this. Okay, if you've never done a contest before, there's 2 roles in a contest QSO, and that we call the runner and the search and pouncer. That was some thunder. In the contest, you can switch between the 2, but you're only ever one of them at a given time. So the runner is the guy calling CQ. They stay on a same frequency and keep calling CQ and working contacts. The search and pouncer is looking for the runners, and they're the ones, they call the runner, they respond to the CQ, and when the QSO is done, they move on to another frequency. People are usually scared to run because it seems like it's a harder job. Once you get the hang of searching and pouncing, running is just more of the same. So I would encourage you, if you've never done this or if you've been scared to run, we can get help for you, but try running. It's fun. Incidentally, normally in the CW and digital tents, there's only one operator. In the sideband tent, you can operate by yourself, but some people like to have a second person helping them with logging. Doesn't matter. We can do either. It's really up to you. And when I get to the sign up form there, I'll show you the space for it. So this is what a typical QSO looks like. On the left is the runner. On the right is the guy searching and pouncing. Time works its way down. The runner is just going to be calling CQ Field Day, Kilo 4 X-Ray Yankee. The search and pouncer hears this, and they respond with their call sign just once, November 3 Romeo Tango Whiskey. If the runner hears that, and there might be multiple callers, they're going to come back to that person and say, November 3 Romeo Tango Whiskey. So I'm giving you your call sign. Sean, I'm talking to you now, not anybody else. They just write into their exchange, 3 Alpha Victor Alpha. The search and pouncer waits for that call sign, or waits for the exchange. They copy it into their logger. They say, thank you, 1 Delta Victor Alpha, which is their exchange, being 1 Delta is a guy at home. Victor Alpha is the same. They're also in Virginia. We're going to stick with phonetics as much as possible, especially when we get into those weird California ones where you're like, what is San Joaquin Valley? Just give me S. That's why I like, incidentally, CW is way easier because nobody, it's all abbreviations. But they say 1 Delta Victor Alpha, the runner says thanks. And at the point where the runner says thanks, the search and pouncer is done. They've moved on to the next frequency. Then the runner finishes, they may say Field Day, Kilo 4 X-ray Yankee, which means I'm inviting the next search and pouncer to call me. So questions?
Sean,
Yeah.
some search and pouncers will not come back with that CQ field day again. If they've got a pileup, they'll just say QRZ or something else.
Correct. The runners, yeah, they may wait. They may just say thanks and wait. If they know somebody else is out there, they're just going to say thanks, and then you jump in right there. They may say QRZ. They may say a lot of things. This is just an idealized version. And again, it's field day. The rules are relaxed. It's a lot less formal than a contest. So as Gene said, they may just say QRZ. We're going to be good citizens. If we are running, we're going to be identifying at least every 3 QSOs. So we don't want to be that guy that just keeps calling QRZ, 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 because somebody's out there listening to you, even though you're making rate. There's some guy frustrated to you, and that's just not good practice. So we're going to identify at least every 3 QSOs, if not every QSO. So the important things to remember about searching and pouncing is the first thing is you're going to tune onto the runner so that they sound normal. If they sound like Mickey Mouse or something, you're going to sound like Mickey Mouse to them, and they're going to have a hard time picking you out. So you're going to tune until they sound normal. And this is a lot easier just when you get onto the radio, that big knob, it'll become really easy to figure out. So you're just going to get right on them so that you're going to zero beat them is the term, so that you and him, your carriers are aligned and you sound like a normal person to them. When they finish their QSO, so as Gene said, they may say QRZ, they may call CQ again. You're going to give your call-in phonetics only once, and then you're going to listen. You don't need to say their call sign. You don't need to say your call sign twice unless they ask for it. If they call you back, you're going to expect their exchange right away. You may have actually heard their exchange already because they had a previous QSO in before you. The nice thing about Field Day is that exchange doesn't change from QSO to QSO. So you may already have this fully typed into your logger and you're just waiting for them to come back to you. That is totally cool. If you didn't catch something, you just ask for it. What's your section? Again, please. Sorry, come again. Again, we're not super formal, but just ask for whatever you need. I don't have it here, but if they get your call sign wrong, you're going to lead with your correct call sign. The call is November 3 Romeo Tango Whiskey. Romeo Tango Whiskey. Maybe they said Romeo, whatever. Or they forget the whiskey. Ending whiskey, 1 Alpha Victor Alpha. So you can correct the call sign. You're going to do that first, and do it in the same line as with your exchange. You don't need any filler words. You don't need to say their call sign. You don't need to say please copy. You don't need to I acknowledge your 3 Alpha Victor Alpha. Just do the call sign. Unless there's some ambiguity, just assume that everybody copied it. They'll ask. That is searching and pouncing in a nutshell. Questions there? Hey, Don.
Hey, guys.
If you are running, really, it's very similar. We're going to find a clearish frequency. There's always going to be people on next to you, so you're never going to find a frequency that is like super quiet. But if nobody's encroaching significantly on what you hear, then chances are you're not going to stomp on somebody else. You can listen for 10, 15 seconds to make sure there's no QSO in progress. And then you can ask, is this frequency in use? And then you're going to launch into your CQ if nobody comes back. You call CQ, chances are nobody's going to come back to you right away unless they happen to be listening there. So usually you're going to have to call CQ for several minutes for somebody to come back. May take a couple minutes. I don't know that we're not operating assisted in this contest. I don't know that many people are. So, which basically means there's no spotting network for us to use, and most people don't use it anyway in field day. If you don't get the whole call, so you're running, you say CQ field day, Kilo 4 X-ray Yankee, and you don't get the whole call, use what you've got to try and narrow it down. So the 5 station or station ending Oscar Delta, or, November 1. So that, because if you just say again, everybody who called you that you couldn't hear the first time is going to call you again. But if you can at least narrow it down to the station starting Kilo, or, well, everybody starts Kilo, but, the November 1 station, then maybe Robert will come back and go, November 1, Oscar Papa Sierra. And then you have an easier time catching it the second time. Questions there?
Quick noob question, Sean. What if you're a searcher, or what is it called, searcher and chaser?
Search and pounce, S&P.
Search and pounce. Sorry. And you've doubled with somebody.
Well, then the runner is going to call the one they hear.
Okay.
So, and if they don't call you, you just sit back. And that's the case where they may say November 1, and you go, I win. November 1, Oscar Papa Sierra. And sometimes they say November, it happens more in CW, but they may say, November 2. And you're like, I'm pretty sure it was me. Like maybe they're, November 1, Oscar Papa, I don't know. And then you think, it's probably me. So you come back anyway. And sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. But yeah, just the runner's job is to control the frequency. So they'll tell you what to do.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Real quick, Sean.
Yeah.
A huge storm just came through here and I just lost power. Are you putting these on the web somewhere so we can look at them?
Yeah, I'm going to put the link to this presentation out, and I'm recording this call. Okay. We were going to do practice. We'll do practice. We'll maybe try that in a minute. Okay, what I do want to do is demo N1MM. So I've got it open. This is more or less what it's going to look like. There might be another window for the networking. So the 3 alphas, the 310s are going to be networked, which means this is a log window. This shows all the contacts made. So you're going to see stuff come in that you didn't do. And that's fine because it means it came from another tent. This is the main window. This is the entry window. This is where you actually type the QSO. And this is our score. And then this, you may or may not want this. This is like a window to help you, like if, I'll show you in a second. So this doesn't matter a whole bunch because we're not doing any macros. So all these buttons for sideband, we're not doing macros. So this really doesn't matter. But just for logging purposes, if you're running, you click run. If you're searching pouncing, you click search and pounce. It all works the same no matter what you do, because again, we're not automating sideband. So you'll see this is CW phone digital. You'll see that, I'm on 40 phone right now, which is what I expect because my radio is on, 717.7.5, lower sideband. So I would go, and you can also see the current frequency here. The cat control should be there. So as I'm changing my knob, you can see my frequency changes. So if I call CQ Field Day Kilo 4 X-ray Yankee, CQ Field Day Kilo 4 X-ray Yankee, I'm going to pick on Rob again. I hear November 1 Oscar Papa Sierra. So I'm going to go November 1 Oscar Papa Sierra. I move between fields with space or tab. So I hit space, I'm in the class. I'm the runner, so I'm going to say, November 1 Oscar Papa Sierra, 3 Alpha, Victor Alpha. And Robert's going to come back and say 1 Delta. So I'm typing 1 Delta, space, the section. He says Victor Alpha. So I type Victor Alpha. Whoops. And I can see in this little window here, this is telling me all the legal possibilities at this point. Again, much less relevant in sideband, but you know, it's like SCV. Somebody says, you know, Sierra Charlie Victor or Santa Clara Valley, and you're like, did you say SJV or SCV? So this tells you, just gives you hints. And if you try SCP, it won't let you log. It's telling you missing invalid section. You really want to log? By the way, I'm going to mention there's no adjudication of these logs. So you can be wrong and no one will spank you with a wet noodle. It's totally okay to try to get it correct, but like there's no penalty for being wrong. But this logger will help you be right as much as possible. So I understand he's from Victor Alpha. I hit enter and now I can see he's logged. And my thing is now cleared and I'm ready for the next guy. Ditto. Well, that was on search and pounds. I mean, doesn't matter. Oh, right, because I moved my dial. So same kind of thing. If I'm searching in pounds thing, I hear K4 EWR. Okay. And I don't even have to like if Gene is calling CQ, I don't even have to call him to find out what his exchange is. I can just listen to him do other contacts. And I can hear him. Oh, he's a 3 alpha Victor Alpha. I'm now confident that I'm ready to call him, and I won't be surprised when he tells me 3 alpha Victor Alpha. That's you can do in search and pounds because they're going to be saying the same thing over and over again. If it's causing you some concern, you don't want to be in the hot seat to have to copy it right away. Just listen to them do a QSO. And again, if I hit enter, it logs it. And then, oh, I heard him do another one, and he's actually a 4 alpha. How did I miss that? Well, I just go up to it and I double click. I go, oh, it's a 4 alpha. Ah, I fixed my log. He's now a 4 alpha. So you can click on the entry on the logs that you do, so you can't change other people's logs, but you can just you can update your logs if you made a mistake. It's super easy. What else is there to know about N1MM? You're not going to worry too much about changing bands, but because the station captains we've got to coordinate the bands between all the tents, so we're not going to be changing them a lot. But you can change your frequency with the dial. If you want, you can type it in directly. I want to go to 7300. And then my QSY to 7300. I'm trying to remember. Gene, do you remember if in lower sideband we go from the top of the band down or we go up? I never remember this.
I don't know.
Okay. It honestly doesn't matter. One of the ways is slightly easier. I think if you're on lower sideband, you work your way down because it makes it easier to tune people. And if you're in upper sideband, I could be wrong.
I've actually never worried about that.
Okay.
But I do have a question. This window at the bottom,
Yeah.
you're showing, what tool is that in N1MM?
Window check.
And do you have to have a network connection for that to work?
No.
Or is that data that is cached when you download the program?
Well, so the exchange, this one is that's just part of the contest. But if when you have internet and you do tools, download and install latest check partial file,
Okay.
that will update it. Because you can see N3RT, like for instance, since I've contested before, I'm in this list. So if I go N3RT, it's telling me, well, there's 2 other people that I've heard in the world, but like that have done this before that may be out there. But Field Day, I wouldn't trust this because everybody gets out for Field Day, and that might be the one time a year they do this.
Okay.
So, but I like it on Field Day for this exchange window because it tells you which of the 80 something sections are legal.
Thank you.
But yeah, we don't use a lot of the bells and whistles from N1MM because again, we're not in it to win it, and it just ends up complicating stuff for people. So, what else? Yeah.
Quick question. Sorry, again, it's a new question. when I first sit down at the station, you know, the op that you have there in the upper window is on the right hand column is your call. How do I when I first sit down, how do I register that I'm the operator?
There will be a sign. You either hit Control O or type op on.
Oh, that's right. You did mention that. Sorry.
There will be a sign because everybody forgets it. And like a couple field days ago, I had like 400 QSOs because no one ever logged in. No one's like, log in. I don't want all this credit.
Got it.
Yeah, we're not doing macros. What else is there to talk about? Here's the score. Really, like, there's nothing to really be afraid about for N1MM. Just, space gets you between the fields or tab. And usually, like, if I accidentally hit enter, so I'm going to go K4 EWR. Oh, tell me there's a dupe. I've already worked the guy. So especially when you get to Sunday, let's say, and you're searching and pouncing, you don't want, if someone calls you and they're a dupe, always work the dupe. We're not going to go out and call dupes. Just it's worth no points and you're just wasting their time. But if someone calls you, you don't say, hey dude, we've worked before. You work them as if this is the first time you've heard them. But if I go K4 EWR and I hit enter, it's not going to let me log it because it's missing the data. So it's pretty friendly in not letting you do the wrong thing. It just may pop up windows at you like it's telling me here missing invalid class. And this is a lot to throw at you when you're in the middle of a QSO, but just know that you need all the details there before you move on.
Question about
this is going to be set up already. So
yes, you don't do anything.
These windows are going to be set up. We don't have to go through, because I've done this before with a contest, and you have to go through and you have to pick what you're contesting. So all this is already going to be ready. We just have to jump in, start either pouncing or running.
Yep, you're going to op on, and you're going to get.
No, you got to put your operator name in there. What was it? Control O or
op on. Or Control O.
Op on, okay.
And actually, when you leave, if you just hit Control O and leave it at this, they've got to go put their call sign in.
Okay.
It's not a big deal. Like if we don't do it right, nobody cares. It's just POTA. Like it's not like there's no legal requirement here. This is just for us. And then for us, like I try to do some stats after to be able to say, hey, WA4 FJB crushed on sideband. He made 8,000 contacts and carried the club. So it's just for fun. Sorry. Rob, you had a question?
Yeah, just a quick question about the dupe. Can people change their class partway through field day? And if so, can you get credit for both?
No, the credits for the call sign and the band mode. So you can work the guy on 40 meter CW, 40 meter sideband, 40 meter digital, and then 80 meter, all that stuff. But no, the exchange part is just to make it more interesting so that you have something to say.
Got it.
And again, it's not, and if, you need to give the same thing over and over. In field day, it doesn't really matter, but in a real contest, you would be pissing people off if you gave a different exchange every time.
Right.
Unless that was part of the contest, like a serial number.
Right.
Okay.
Sean, I have a question.
Yeah.
I saw you type in a frequency earlier to that field. So this is kind of a stupid question, but does the logger, is that actually also controlling the transceiver?
Yeah. No, it's a great question. It makes it easier so that when like you can see the frequency that we're on, as I tune down the dial, I'm going to log you now. Okay, it's AGT or a 1 Delta Victor Alpha. So I see I was on 7294.12. So you never have to log the frequency because it knows it.
Okay. Okay. All right. So basically N1MM is actually in communication with the transceiver and catching the frequency that you're transmitting on. Okay. Thank you.
Yep. I am all about making this as easy as possible to operate.
Yeah, that's pretty efficient.
Yeah. Somebody described contesting as competitive data entry. and they're not far from the truth. So one strategy sometimes
Hey,
that
Sean.
yeah, go ahead.
Real quick, and maybe you've addressed this already, but if I'm there and I am searching and pouncing, I'm general class. Do I have to stay within my general class range, or with field day, are we?
Oh, yeah, fantastic question. If it's just you in the tent, you've got to stay within general. If you've got an extra class operator supervising you,
Yeah,
you can use their privileges.
gotcha. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
thank you.
One thing I like to do, especially in contests like these, is you start at one side of the band and search and pounce, and when you find a hole, start CQing. And then when the rate drops, like you get bored, basically, if you find yourself looking at your phone, go back to searching and pouncing because people have moved around a lot. So that's kind of a good way of optimizing your time. And like, because otherwise you might be searching, if you're like, I really want to CQ, you might be looking for a frequency for a while. But if you just search and pounce, you're productive until you find that frequency.
You're a runner, Sean. How bad can the pileups get?
Not bad. I no. I mean, maybe if you're like 2 o'clock on Saturday, you might get, 3 or 4 people calling you, but no, it's not bad. Nobody, yeah, nobody's searching for that rare DX of FM 18,
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Virginia.
envisioning you're a runner and you put a call sign out there, and then for 15 solid minutes you're a runner just because all you're doing is just catching callers. So
Yeah,
it's like, but I want to search and pounce. Okay, I got it. Thank you.
At Winter Field Day a year ago, at the very start of the event, W2WCM was running on sideband, and in 45 minutes, he made like 94 contacts. Okay,
Yeah, that's
so
that's kind of what I'm getting
it
at.
wasn't hectic.
Yeah.
He managed it beautifully.
yeah, he's a great
Yeah.
operator.
He managed the frequency beautifully, and he just went bang, 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 and there was always somebody in line
Yeah.
to answer him.
Yeah, those 90 people aren't calling you at once and you're working the
Right.
90 people until you're down to zero. Like you're going to get a couple of people calling you, and if they hear a whole bunch, they're just going to move on. Like,
Yeah. Okay,
yeah.
good. That's good to know. After running for a bit, I have this feeling like, well, I want to search and pounce too. Okay.
I think running's more fun. Like it's a bit more faster but it's all good. Whatever you want to do. And if you don't have to answer everybody. You can just like if you call CQ or just say, okay, K4XY, QRT, or I'm QSYing and just go. Like if you're really
Okay.
tired of it, then just say I'm okay, that's it. I'm moving on.
What's the Q code for I'm eating?
I'm eating. I don't know. It's a
Never
good
mind.
one. I know there's one about fuel, but I never remember what all those aeronautical ones are.
QRV, I'm having a sandwich.
QR. There we go. Where's my thing? I did want to mention. So this is something Mike Imany asked me to bring up. We can there's some bonus points for doing message passing, and our default plan is to have CERT do it over WinLink. But if somebody out there wants to use the National Traffic Service to send a message to Mike Imany, we will let you do that and just tell CERT not to do that message. So I highlighted, sending a message. And you can do this other guy. I don't know who that is, but let's do Mike. So you can send a radiogram to your section manager. And that is, of course, during field day. So you can't do one now and claim credit for it. The NTS nets are these guys. So these ones are 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 7:30 p.m. Sorry, 4 and 7:30, and then there's a 2-meter one at 7:30. I am pretty sure these don't count as one of our transmitters, but you could use, if you really want to do this, we can arrange for you to have the tent at that time. Or I guess you could bring your own radio and just do that contact. I would just say like having NTS is it's a thing. So your first time entering the sending a message on the NTS should not be field day. So if you want to try it out beforehand and then say, hey, I'm going to do that message to Mike, we will make that happen for you. I just ask that you try it out. You know, the Bluemont repeater, where are we? This guy, Northern Virginia Traffic Net, 7:30 p.m. on the Bluemont repeater. They're super friendly people. You can have the format all wrong, and it's a training net, so they will help you understand the format. And Mike can also show you where all the documentation is on how to do it.
Also, Sean, ARRL is running a virtual NTS training net on Wednesday evenings at 7. You can find it on their website.
Fantastic.
And I'm actually participating in that because I've never passed traffic by voice before. So yeah, we're learning all about the NTS message formats, radiograms, and practicing passing traffic.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic. So yeah, if you do that and you're interested in taking on these 100 points, we will let you do that. And yeah, whatever. That'd be great. So there's that. And then and how to operate. So again, our website changed. We're now ViennaWireless.club. Don, did you know that?
Yes, but the old one still works.
It does not.
Oh. Well, eventually I think it'll work.
Somebody needs to fix their Apache config. ViennaWireless.club. Again, we're going to go to the Field Day post. I will mention this again. Please help us with the setup. That's a sign up genius. There is a Google spreadsheet for operating. There are 2 tabs. There's Saturday and Sunday. We could use people to help with GOTA. And that's just helping new people get on the air. This isn't making contacts yourself. Anyway, I'll talk with you about this, Gene. The 3 tents are here. There's the phone tent, there's a digital tent, there's a CW tent. The phone tent has 2 columns. If you would like a buddy, sign up with a buddy. If you don't want a buddy, then you don't need one. If you get there and decide you want a buddy, there will be somebody there. Just ask, can somebody help log, please? And you'll find somebody. But you put your name in. It's half-hour slots. Feel free to grab, 2 you can grab a couple hours in a row. Just at some point, a couple days before field day, I'm going to lock this off, and it'll be printed out, and any further changes will be done on site on paper. So get in, I think I say before Thursday, June 25th, get your slots done, because I'm going to print it out then. And at that point, any remaining slots or changes will be done on paper at field day itself. Again, we got a second tab for Sunday. If you're interested in doing CW, I've got some drop-in sessions, which just have nobody. Like, I'll be there if you just want to try a couple QSOs. If you don't want to take a full shift, those are drop-in slots. I think that's about it for signing up. Just need to put your call sign in. And again, if you are a general and if you want to grab an extra there and just say, can somebody supervise me, or just stay to the general bands, there'll be lots of activity. It's going to be a very busy field day. Okay. That is all I had. There can be questions, or we could try.
Question.
Yeah.
Sean, I was in hot pursuit of a QSO in a field day, and somebody barked at me and said, "You're a dupe." I was chagrined and embarrassed. What should I do in that case?
Okay. If somebody tells you you're a dupe, then you just say, okay. Like, again, this is field day, so we're not in it for the points. If it were a real contest, you might say, I don't have you. When did you have me? And you might try to correct your log. If this were field day, I would just say, okay, thank you. And use that big knob on your radio. Oh, right. Okay, just we're using FTDX10s. The microphones are hand mics. So I'm sure you've all used them before. If you are so inclined, you can bring headsets. We have some headsets. I'm a big fan of headsets because there's often people talking everywhere. Um, every station will have one of these boxes that let us plug in up to 4 different headsets. There'll also be a speaker in every tent. This year we're getting nice new speakers. Um, but you can plug in your own headset so you can operate with whatever you want on. They're 1/4 inch jacks, but if you need an adapter for the 3.5 mil ones, every tent should have adapters to go into the 1/4 inch jack. I'm a big fan of headsets. I encourage you to either use the ones there or bring your own. It'll still be played over the speaker, but um, just but you do you. If you don't mind the speaker, then it's going to be way better speakers than those MFJ ones.
I've got a headset that works with my iComs. Is that going to be a problem on the? I know those are driven, I believe.
You're not going to use the mic. Like you'll just do the listening.
Got it.
Yeah. What kind of headset is it?
It's a Heil.
We have
Heil Pro 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. We have the adapters to take it into a Yaesu. Like if you really want, we've got the adapter.
Okay.
It's just that we'd have to figure it out.
But okay, if we're not using the mics, then maybe I'll just bring a regular headset, regular audio headset. That's fine. Okay.
Yeah, you're just talking about regular headphones, right? We could bring those if that's what you mean, not the headset with the microphone.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I'm talking about listening.
Just regular headphones. Yeah. Okay.
Right. The mics.
I have a really nice.
Go ahead.
I have a nice pair of closed back ones, so it blocks all the, outside noise.
All the free, unsolicited advice. You've been to field day before. I just like to keep away from the microphones because, as you know, as Rob said, there's a whole bunch of different compatibility things. So yeah, bring them. There are some there. We'll also have wipes to wipe them down if you need. But yeah, if you've got your own that you like, by all means, bring them.
I mean, hand mics work, so that's all I ever use. So
yeah, I'm big on team headset with a mic and a foot pedal, but
I'm saving my pennies, Sean. I want one really bad.
I got this when they were cheap, and I got a deal on it. So this, like, I've been watching the prices on this. They're probably twice as much now when I got it. And my foot pedal is an eBay find. It's not a ham radio foot pedal. It's made for like 911 dispatchers. So it's like cast iron, and I paid I think $30 for it. So again, I'm pretty happy with that.
Hey, Sean.
Yeah.
When you patched your headphone into that distribution box, as far as the volume level that's going to go to your headphones, is that managed at that distribution box for each headphone, or is it managed actually at the radio?
No, there are 4 different. It's got more dials than you want, but ultimately there's Oh yeah, these guys. Each output has got its own volume control.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. It's a really nice setup. So I encourage you to use it. If there's no questions, I'll just put the exchange up if you wanted a last look at it. But again, like this, nobody is the FCC is not gonna come at you if you say the wrong thing. Nobody's gonna say, hey, Vienna's a bunch of lids. It's field day. I guarantee there will be somebody you will call that's going to be worse than you, no matter how bad you think you are. There will be someone that's an even bigger lid out there, because field day is sometimes a day where, like, if they get on the radio once a year, it's field day, and that's cool because we're all out there to have fun. And as long as you get the exchange by whatever means necessary, it's a good kiso.
remember the go-to tent. Most of the people that show up there have never been on the air before.
Yeah.
So we don't use headphones. We're talking usually to more than one person at a time. Sometimes it's a couple of little kids with parents and or grandparents. Everybody wants to hear. Everybody wants to know what's going on. So it's a different game. But if you don't feel comfortable in the operating tents, come to the GOTA early before your sign-up time and make a QSO or two.
Yep. Yep.
Because GOTA, there's no points. We keep a log, but there's no points involved. So don't worry about it.
GOTA's worth lots of points.
What's that?
GOTA's worth more points than a regular station.
Well, yeah, I think only if you're 6 years old.
No.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh man, that's why W3A0 or AO stocks their GOTA tent with ringers.
Yeah, well, we had a contact. I think our youngest one last year was, I think she was 8 years old.
Okay. Yeah, fantastic. And yeah, if you're working an alpha station, there's a chance that you're talking to somebody who that might be their first time on the radio. So just think of that when you're operating, because it could be you don't know if you're talking to the GOTA station or not, because they both give the same exchange.
Right.
John, one other thing, and Gene, if this is your first time, you are in great company, because if you make your first QSO, Vienna Wireless Field Day QSO, I want you to go to Gene's tent, because he's got all kinds of cool gifties for you. These are little incredibly powerful keyring magnets. I don't want to be anywhere near them, but it seemed like a good idea at the time. We also have these really cool, not junk, digital VOMs for your first Field Day QSO. We also have these finger poppet sockets. Ask your kids what they do. You put them on the back of your phone and you hold on to it. We also have these space age carabiners. I don't know how they work, but they're cool. And we have these very neat headbands that are rechargeable and touchless. You wave your hand and maybe they'll go on and off, maybe they won't.
And you've got bags. Oh, sorry.
And wait, yes, I think that's it. Let me see, is that it?
And the kids absolutely loved the giveaways in the GOTA tent last year. I was very skeptical, but it was a huge success. Thank you, Don.
Some of these are not for kids, they're for you people.
And bring your family. This is a family event. We have food. We don't have a bouncy castle, but maybe next year. But feel free to bring your friend, bring your kids, invite your neighbor. You never know. They might
suddenly this started feeling like the home shopping network.
Yeah. Don, you've also got bags, don't you? The drawstring bags that say Field Day?
Yes, thank you. I don't have those, but yes, we've got these very cool ARRL Field Day bags. Very sturdy string bags. They're uber cool and you want one.
Sean, for those of us who this will be our first, my first QSO at Field Day and my first sideband QSO actually. Will there be people sitting there to sort of mentor to Elmer?
If you want, just find me, find somebody else, go, hey, I need help. I wouldn't say that because you have like 12 people come help you and then you'll get 14 pieces of advice. But yeah, find like the station captains are there, like for sideband. Okay. Mike and Abby are fantastic people. I know you said you want to operate late, so it thins down about 8 o'clock ish, but by then you'll be a pro. And I'll be around staying up as late as I can, either in the sideband or the CW tent.
Perfect. Robert, you're not the only one, by the way. This is Rick.
Hey Rick. Okay.
So, don't worry.
Yeah, there's lots of people willing to help to show you through. I mean, you'll do it a couple times and you go, oh, what was I worried about? This is so easy. Like
if you want to win the prize for screwing up the most, you're gonna have to compete with me.
Like,
well, maybe you should bring some of that turkey flux, and we can,
like there will be signs and all the like in all the tents with oh, this is the CW stuff, but like for instance, I'm gonna forget my call sign. No, you won't, because it's gonna be in like 2-inch letters on the wall. What's the exchange? It's on the wall. Like all this stuff will be there. We're trying to make this as easy. Even the guys doing like WRTC, the guys doing the world competition have stuff like this because they forget their call sign because someone gave them a new one 24 hours ago, and just like you. So we will make this as easy as possible, be successful, and have fun, and you will want to run the next field day.
Yo, baby.
Is that subliminal suggestion there?
Well, we always have a problem finding somebody to be the field day boss. Always seems to go to the last minute.
I think he just put it right out there, Robert. Just slam it out there.
I heard of that sounded like a putting his hand up.
I knew I should have muted and turned my volume off earlier.
Right.
Turned my video off earlier.
Okay, that's all I had. Any more questions?
Sean, thank you so very, very much.
Hey, no problem. I will be at the meeting tomorrow if anybody has more questions. I should have my laptop with N1MM if you want to see anything in person. Yeah, we will make this super easy for you to be successful no matter what mode or modes. I didn't talk about digital. Digital is even easier. Just a couple nuances with the software. But again, Victor will be there to show you how to do it.
Is digital going to be mostly FT8
and FT4
and FT4? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to set up for ready. It'd be cool, but it's just not productive these days. All the QSOs are on FT8, FT4. You just won't be productive on ready, even though it's more fun. But
all right.
Yeah.
Or Don and I can VAR AC back and forth.
You can do that. Just yeah, we'll ignore the rules.
I got a digital hair, and I wanted to do non-FT8, so I put in place everything I needed to do weird and funky digitals, and you can do it. But to Sean's point, it's not very productive, but it's still fun.
Yeah, if you want to, we could, if you want to take a slot, we could swap out the radio, like, or something like that. If you bring your, like, we could figure it out. If somebody really wants to do this, like book an hour, say like 9 o'clock on Saturday when the tent's probably closed anyway. And you want to do an hour of Feldhell, hey, we'll make that happen. We just got to plan in advance. We're limited. The fact that we said we're 3A, we can only have 3 stations active at any time. So we would have to like disconnect one, whatever, like not going to be too much of a slave to the rules, but we can only have 3 stations up at a time.
Yeah.
But that'd be cool.
If you're interested in non-FT8 modes, it's worth it because it's obscure, it's fun. You get a lot of practice doing any mode that's not FT8, and it ultimately just adds to your skill set. And it's fun.
Yep, and we're all about the fun, even if it's not productive. I now want to do a Feldhell QSO.
Yeah, baby.
All right, folks, if there's no further questions, I hope to see you tomorrow at the meeting. Failing all that, I hope to see you either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday at Field Day for some fantastic food and hopefully good conditions and hopefully not too hot weather, but it's going to be one to remember. 73, everybody.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Sean. Appreciate it.
Yep.
73. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sean.
Anytime.
Thanks, Sean.
Good work,
Thank you, Sean.
Thanks, Sean.
Thanks, Sean. Bye.
You're welcome. We'll see you.